Hello everyone. So in this lecture we are going to cover all the competitive programming basic techniques. We will continue this lecture. In this we are covering introduction and some basic parts of competitive programming. So let's start. So basically in the competitive programming, what is competitive programming basically? So it is just the design of algorithms. It's just the design of algorithms and implementation of algorithms. If you know how to write how we will make the solution of the particular code, then you know the competitive programming. And if you know how to implement that solution, means how to write that in the code, so then this is the implementation of the algorithm. So this is what the competitive programming. So if you know more than one language, okay, for implementation of the algorithm, the need is of language. You should know language. At least one language is necessary for that. So the main language that are used in competitive programming are C++, Python, Java. So out of these three, these are the most popular language. You can use other language also, but the most language that is used is C++. In the second number, Python, and the third is Java. And if you know more than one language, then it is better. Why? Because sometimes what happen, one language is more preferable than others, such as when more integers are required. When more integers are required, then the Python become more suitable for the question. So I am here starting with the C++, means how to start with the C++, how to write the C++ code in this competitive programming. For this you should know little bit about the C++. So here it is the first from where we start. We start with this header file, which is include bits stdc++.h. Why this header file is used in CP? So the reason behind this is because this header file includes all other header files that are in the C++. And while coding, if you are making your program, then you add use different functions, and that require their own standard library header file. So at that time you do not need to add their particular header files. So that's why you use this header file, which itself cover all the header files, right? So this is one of the main heading that you can say. Now the next line that comes is using namespace std. What is this? So basically whenever you give the you take the basically you are given the text file from where you have to take the input, right, through your code. And when you take that input through your code, you the code that you write, it works on that and gives a particular output to that file. But this happens from std in and std out, and for that you have to write what? You have to write std _scene to take to input the values, right? So this is more somewhat time taking. So that's why in the header we using namespace std, so that we should not we are not required to write this line. We can directly use this scene just, and this will work. Okay, so that's why we add this at the header, in the header. So these are the two main lines which are added, and if you added these, then there is no need to add another header file. Okay, so then the code starts from here, that is int main, and the solution that comes here inside the function. So this is what the basic C++ code template. Okay, now when this code is when you written all this code, then how to compile the code? So basically in few compilers you need to pass this command to compile your code, which is g++ std c++11 vol test.cpp test. So this is the command that you have to give to the compiler. Okay, so this is what the code template. From here you should start writing the code. Now while writing the code, how to take input from the file txt file and how to give output to the txt file, right? So there are two methods of input and output in C++. The first one is scene and cout, and the second one is scanf and printf, right? So basically we are taking the input. So first of all we have to declare the variables in C++. So this is the declaration of the variables. The data type of the variable is int and the variable is a and b. Now the string is what? String is basically the simple string such as Sohan, Mohan. This is a simple string you can write, you can consider. Okay, so string x is your variable and string is your data type. So now you have to take this input from the file, that is 123 456 monkey. Now whatever they told in the question you have to do with that, but first of all you have to take this input, right? So you will write scene a and then these two, then b, then these two, then x, and in this way you can take this input. Now you can use this line for taking this type of input also. Even if these are in the different line also, you will use this line only. Why? Because it takes all those input which are separated by the space or the different line. So if they are separated by the space, you can take by this, but you can't take the input like if you put x at here, if you put x before this, means you put first x, then a, then b. It means that the first thing that is written in the input is string, second is your number, third is your also number, but here the first is not string. So please write in a sequential order so that the input which you want to take should go in the particular variable, right? So basically this is input. Now if you want that this should be shown in the screen, so what is the code to give the output? Okay, so the code for the output is this cout, and all the operators changes. Here you see you are having input operator, and here you see you are having output operator. So cout and this output operator a, then again. So what is the meaning of this? Okay, if between the operator you write two semicolons, it means whatever is inside these two will print as it is. Means if there is a space, then space will print as it is. If there is written any character, special character, the special character will print as it is. So this is cout a. So can you tell what will be the output of this? Output of this will be what? So here you are printing the a. When you are printing a, means without these codes, then you are printing the value of the variable. So value of the variable is 123. So it will be what? 123. Then there is a space between these two commas. So there will be a space, right? Then we are printing b. B is not between these commas. So therefore the value will be printed. So this will be what? 456, right? And again the space and then value of x. X is what? The value of x is monkey. So here what you have to observe, that the string takes the value between these two commas, inverted commas, and this is what very important, because when you compare also the string, when you also compare the strings, you use these commas, right? So here what will print? Here it will be monkey. Now what is the meaning of this? It means you have to change the line. Means after this the next output will be from here, right? So this will be the output of this code. Okay, next what do we have? We have how to make input and output more efficient. Now since we are taking the input of this type this type by a single line, which is this. So there is somewhat a bottleneck problem in the code, that input and output is sometimes a bottleneck in the program, and the lines, these, when we add these lines in the beginning, right? This is what IO sync with the Studio 0, Scene TI 0. If you will add these two lines at the beginning of your code, then there will be no such problem while taking the input. Your code will become more efficient, right? So there is a note. Let's read that. So what is the note? So to change the line, two things are used. First one is your new line, which is written as and used like this, and the second one is endl. And if you want to use endl, simply after these operators write endl and semicolon. So these are basically for the changing line, but new line works faster than endl, and this is because endl always causes a flush operation, right? And the second note is that the C function, okay, these are scanf and printf, we have not studied it. To take input, these are also for like scene and cout, are an alternative to the C++ standard streams, and they are usually bit faster, but they are also more difficult to use. So they are difficult to use but are faster than scene and cout. Okay, so let's see how to use them. So this is the basic code to use them. So you are declaring the integers int a and b, and then as you do in scene, like scene a and b. So this was happening in the case of scene. So here scanf and then this %d and then and a and b. So this is the basic code to input the integers, and to output them means it is taking input. To print them, so for printing we are using the same, but instead of scanf we are using printf. And in printf we do not use and a and b, we just write a and b. Okay, so these are the two scanf and printf, which are also similar to scene and cout. Now in some context, what happens, files are not directly taken input and output as you do in the codes write scene and c output. Basically they give the text files. So in that case, what you need to do, you need to add these two lines in the beginning of the code, so that you can read the input, all the input number, string, whatever is given from the input txt stdn in the read mode, and to give the output, you give your output to the output.txt, and this is write mode, right? So when this happens in some context, so you add these two lines in the beginning of the code, right? Now this was basically the input and output. Now in the case when there is a full sentence, means if it is written the quick brown fox jump over a lazy dog, right? So this much is written and you want to take this whole sentence in a single variable, then what to do? So sometimes in the program should read the whole line from the input, possibly containing spaces, and this can be accomplished by using the getLine function. You use the getLine function here. So simply, because this is what, this is a string, but if you simple write scene s, then what will happen? Only da will be given to the s, all other will be not given to the s. So in that case, what you write? You write getLine scene s, and in this way the whole statement will be given to the s. And what happened to the space? As string stores variables like this, means if da is in s, then si, then s of 0 is t, s of 1 is h, s of 2 is e, right? So in this way it stores the variable. So the space will be space will also stored in this way in any of the index, right? So this is what the input of taking the input of different data types and statements. Now what is the next? We have working with the numbers. So basically there in the CP you will use only these two mostly. It will be used very little. Okay, so this is int variable, which is numbers basically for the numbers. So int is a 32-bit integer number. Then we have a long, then init 128. So what is the range of int? Why we use these, right? Why we have these three? There should be some limitations, that's why we are having these three, otherwise one should be okay. So basically the range of int is from minus 2 raised to power 31 to 2 raised to power 31 minus 1. And if the number is above this range, then you can't use int, you will get wrong output, and in that case you use long. So what is the range of long? So it is 2 raised to power 63 minus 2 raised to power 63 minus 1. And similarly, what is the range of init 128? It is 2 raised to power 127 minus, and 2 raised to power 27 minus 1. So these are the basically range, and that's why you use these type of data types, right? Now if you want that in the input only, I forget to tell you, if you want that you are given the different numbers or data, right? You want to take this in this and work on this, then you have to take this and work on this. You have to take this number, anything, whatever given number means, if it's in the code it is given, we are giving we are giving many numbers, and you have to print the remainder when they are divided by 2. So you are not given how many numbers are given. So in that case you use this code, right? While scene x, you will declare the integer int x if the numbers are integers, and then you will write this code scene x, and since you have to print the remainder, so you will write cout, because this is the number which you are taking and you have to print remainder. So x %2 and then semicolon, right? So you use what? While scene x, so it will take the input until and unless input is given to the program, right? So this is what is used. Okay, now the next that we have is a subtle error. What is this error? Basically when you use these type of data types, then what happens, if you declare a variable in int, the data type of a is int and it stores this. Now you are declaring a variable whose data type is long, and you are giving the value a into a. Now it is int into int, it will give an integer value. So in that case, when the data types are different and you are initializing the different values as this, then this error comes raised, right? So how to avoid this error? What you can do, while writing this a into a, you can add long in these two brackets, and this will make the multiplication, the product of a into a in the long format, so it will be stored in b. But if you not do this, you will get this error. Okay, now the next in working with numbers is modular arithmetic. What is this? Basically this is nothing it is related to the remainder. I think you know what is remainder. When you divide any number with from other number, then whatever is left that could not be divided is what the remainder. So basically why I am mentioning this? I am mentioning this because in some cases what happened, it is given that you have to divide 10 raised to power 9 plus 7, right, by 2, suppose 3, and you want what is the remainder. Now this is something like, if you write in the code, you will write like this, and you will write here cout, this will be the remainder, right? but basically it is very means it's a very big number, and to compute it's very difficult, right? So in that case what happened, we separated, we open the mod like this. Here mod means what? This percentage sign. So a plus b mod m is basically a mod m, b mod m, and in दोनों का mod, right? So an important property of a remainder is that in addition, subtraction and multiplication, the remainder can be taken before the operation, right? So let me give you an example where it is used. Suppose you are given a question where you have to find how to take the modular of n factorial. Now first thing is that the first thing that you can think is, you will first of all find n factorial, means you are giving the given in the input that you have to find the factorial of 4. What you will do, you will in the loop you will initialize I from 1 to 4, right? And then you will multiply 1 by 1, and after that you will find the 4 factorial, right, which is 24. And after that you will print what? You will print Cout, then 24 percentage. Now you have to find n factorial, which is are not given, from to which we have to divide. Okay, whatever, let's suppose we have to divide it by 3, then you will get what? Answer. So this is basically a long way. And in the case where it is given that you have to find the remainder, if you are giving with the number 1 0 2 0 3, then what you will do? So this is a bit long method that will not help you and may your code be not that much efficient. So in that case what you will do, you will find the remainder in every term, means in every step. So in that case what you will do, you will find the remainder in every step. So what we are doing here, first we have declared the variable, and then which is equals to 1. Why we are taking as 1? Because if you are doing, means firstly we initialize the variable if we are using that variable further, and we have to do operations on that. So basically in this we are finding what is the n factorial, but in every step we are also finding what is the remainder, right? So in I equals to 2, I less than n, I plus plus, and this is what the x is. Now this is factorial, this is what? This is factorial. So basically we are using these operations, right? And here what we are doing, that we have taken x as a 1 into 2 mod by m. So if you have to find, means I had given here the 3, but in the program it is given that you are having a variable m whose value is something you are taken from the input, and you have to find the remainder from that. In that case you write like this, and in every step you will see that the remainder will be find, and at the end the remainder will be same as that you will find from this method. Okay, so this is what the arithmetic in the modular arithmetic mod operation. Okay, now the next is that how to deal with the negative remainders, right? Sometimes what happens, we divide negative numbers, right? The remainder of the negative numbers is either 0 or negative, and an easy way to make sure that there is no negative remainder in the first is, so how can you avoid this? First calculate the remainder as usual as you do, and then add m to it, right? So suppose you have to calculate the remainder of minus suppose minus 25 when you divided by 3. So what will be the remainder? Remainder will be, if you ignore this minus sign, means if you do the normal calculation, then what will be the remainder? So the remainder will be 1, right? So because the remainder will be 1, so in this case what you will do, you will add what? M. What is m here? M is the number from which you are dividing, right? So since it will come minus 1, we have divided it by 3, so it will come minus 1. So what you will do, you will add here 3, so the real remainder will be what? 2. That's I taken here. So this is the remainder. If the remainder is less than 0, means it is negative, then do what? x is equals to x plus m. Remainder is equals to, this is the short forms. When you write x plus equals to m, this means x is equals to x plus m, right? So basically this is the whatever the remainder has. Don't see here, we go from right to left in C++. So basically whatever the remainder you had got, you add m to it and then you will get the original remainder, right? So that's it for the today. Thank you. We will meet again and we will cover the further topics after this.